You are sitting across from someone, smiling, nodding. They smile back. But something is off. You cannot name it. You just feel it. That quiet tightness in your chest. That moment you replay on the drive home. You think, maybe I am imagining it. Maybe you are being too sensitive. Maybe you are broken. But what if you are not broken at all? What if your nervous system is catching something your mind keeps dismissing? And what if there is a reason, a real psychological reason, it keeps happening? You were taught that hate looks a certain way. Loud, obvious, dramatic. Someone yells. Someone slams a door. You know where you stand. That version of conflict made sense for most of human history. When danger was visible, you could respond. But the world changed. Social survival now demands subtlety. Hostility learned to wear a mask. It learned to smile while withdrawing, to praise in public and undermine in private, to say all the right words in exactly the wrong tone. And nobody told you that. Nobody handed you a guide to covert social aggression. So you kept second-guessing yourself. You kept assuming the best, because that is what kind people do. You were playing a game designed for a world that no longer exists. Here is what it actually feels like. You finish talking and they say, that is interesting. Not good, not great, interesting, flat, dismissive, technically neutral. Or they compliment you, but only when others can hear. One-on-one there is silence. Or a subject change, neutral. You stop being invited to things not loudly, just quietly. You notice the group moved plans without telling you. And the worst part is not being excluded. The worst part is how you start explaining it to yourself. They were probably busy. I probably said something wrong. I am probably just hard to like. This is the real damage. Not what they did, but how it rewrites your internal story. Psychologists call this the self-blame spiral. When covert hostility is invisible, the mind turns inward for an explanation. And over time, that spiral becomes the way you see yourself. But here is what nobody told you. The reason you keep catching these signals is not weakness. It is not paranoia. It is not sensitivity. It is a neurological skill. Psychology has a name for this. It is called high perceptual sensitivity. People with this trait process subtle social information more deeply. Your brain notices micro-expressions, facial flickers that last less than a second. It registers tonal inconsistencies. It tracks behavioral patterns across time. You are not imagining things. You are reading things that most people cannot even see. The problem was never your perception. The problem was that you were taught to distrust it. Here is what is happening in your brain. Your amygdala, the part that detects threat, never stopped evolving. It scans every interaction for signs of exclusion, deception, or danger. Think of it like a smoke detector. Most of the time, no alarm goes off, but sometimes it picks up something faint, something you cannot yet smell, something invisible to others in the room. In hyperceptual sensitivity people, that detector is more finely calibrated. It fires earlier, it fires more accurately. The research calls this low sensory threshold. Elaine Aron's work on highly sensitive persons shows these individuals have measurably different neural activation, especially in social threat processing. Think of it as having social sonar. You emit a signal, the world reflects it back, and you catch what others miss. Consider a woman named Priya. She was 34, a project manager at a mid-sized company. For 2 years, she kept a mental list. A colleague who always interrupted her in meetings, who laughed just a beat too late at her jokes, who copied her ideas and emails without crediting her. Every incident was small, deniable, invisible to others. Priya mentioned it to a friend who said, "You are overthinking it." She mentioned it to HR who said, "We have not received any other complaints." So she stopped talking about it and started believing she was the problem. 2 years later, she discovered the colleague had been systematically excluding her from key decisions. It had all been documented, just not by Priya. Priya was not broken. Priya had been accurate the entire time. The system failed her, not her own perception. So let us name what you may already be sensing. 7 signs grounded in behavioral psychology. Sign 1, the flat compliment. They praise you, but only in groups, never alone. Psychology calls this instrumental positivity, praise used for social image, not genuine warmth. Watch how their face changes when no one else is watching. But here is where it gets more specific. Sign 2, the interrupted sentence. They cut you off, then finish your point as their own. This is a dominance behavior. It signals your voice has no authority here. Sign 3, the micro-exclusion. Plans are made. You find out after. Research on ostracism, Williams 2007, shows even minor social exclusion activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. Sign 4, the too long pause before answering you. They respond to others immediately. You, a beat of silence first. That pause is contempt managed into something polite. Sign 5, the backhanded context. Wow, that is impressive for someone with your background. Psychologists call this a diminishing qualifier. The compliment delivers a quiet verdict. Sign 6, they never ask you anything. Conversation is one-directional. They speak. You listen. You ask. They shrug. Genuine connection requires curiosity. Absence of curiosity signals absence of investment. Sign 7, the physical tell. Their body faces away from you. Even in a group. Nonverbal research shows body orientation is almost impossible to fake consistently. The feet tell the truth when the face was. So here's what you now know. Your social sonar was never broken. It was calibrated precisely for the world you were actually in. Every moment you dismissed as overthinking was data. Every intuition you buried under politeness was signal. The 7 signs you just learned are not a manual for paranoia. They are a translation guide. Your brain already knew. Now you have the words for what it was saying. The self-blame spiral only spins when you have no map. You have a map now. You have spent a long time apologizing for your own clarity. You do not need to do that anymore. The people who see things others miss, they have always paid a price for it. Dismissed, told they are too much, too sensitive, too aware. But sensitivity is not a liability. It is a form of intelligence the world has not learned to name correctly. You already knew who made you shrink. You already knew which rooms felt wrong. Trust that. If this felt familiar, leave a comment below. Tell me, which sign did you recognize first? Because the most powerful thing you can do right now is stop pretending you did not notice.